And if you want to talk about generational wealth, generational wealth is built on a foundation of three things to start. Number one, graduate high school. Number two, have a full-time job. And number three, do not have children until you're married. If you do those three tenets, regardless of race, religion, creed, region that you live in, it's very difficult to live below the poverty line. I'm sure CNN or MSNBC will find somebody that did all those three things and is below the poverty line, but it is absolutely the exception and not the rule. Then we talk about only the only federal spending program that progressive members ever want to talk about cutting is defense. That is the only one. Now, they ignore the fact that we live in a very small world, a very dangerous world, and a very interconnected world. When you cut defense, and while they're all too comfortable, in fact, perfectly comfortable with cutting defense, they're also willing to give Ukraine a blank check for Ukrainian defense, which I find a little bit hypocritical, or at least inconsistent. And then when you look at, say, 2022's deficit, which is the debt for that particular year, it was $1.38 trillion. So if we didn't spend a dollar on defense, we'd still have over $500 billion in deficit spending. Defense is not the issue. In fact, defense has been the slowest growing major federal spending category since 2000. And even that 2000 year base, that base year, was following 10 years of post-Cold War cuts. So the U.S. military, as a share of GDP, remains the lowest level since World War II. So more spending is not the solution to inflation, because if all of those spending programs worked as well as my Democratic colleagues have claimed, well, why did we stop at $3 or $4 trillion of spending? Why didn't we spend $40 trillion if it's so good? And then let's talk about, because the American people, or my friend from the other galaxy that attended this hearing, need to see contrasts. So my colleague and ranking member mentioned about student loans. Said that student loan forgiveness she fully supports. Well, I completely disagree, because it's not student loan forgiveness, it's student loan transfer. First, that program would cost, general consensus is it cost about $400 billion. And it would benefit, ironically, the highest earners will reap about 2/3 of that benefit, of the giveaway. And then you have to think about, what about the folks that had never went to college? What about the folks that went to college and didn't take out a loan? What about the folks that went to college, took out the loan, and then paid it back? Is that fair to them?
Good afternoon, friends. Lawmakers in several states are now pushing for more funding to be approved to help the American people. They want to allocate billions of dollars towards energy and housing relief programs. This announcement comes as many states see record-high applications for financial aid. Dear friends, I'll be covering how you can take action and claim this relief. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, this Friday and every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program is a federally funded program in the United States that assists low-income households in meeting their immediate home energy needs. The program provides financial assistance to eligible individuals and their families to help them pay their energy bills, especially during times of extreme temperatures such as winter and summer. The program's funds can be used to pay utility bills, repair or replace heating and cooling equipment, and provide energy-related crisis assistance. This relief is administered by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and is implemented at the state and tribal levels. Each state has its own guidelines for determining eligibility, and assistance is typically prioritized for those with the greatest need. Many states are already requesting for more funding. The state of Maine's members of Congress are asking for more funds for home heating assistance. Maine Congress members Shelley Pengree and Jared Golden are joining 114 House members to request an additional $1.6 billion for the program. Maine was recently given over $37 million in funding for this winter. Lawmakers in Massachusetts are also leading an effort to secure more funding for the program. The Congress members are requesting the inclusion of $1.6 billion in funding for the relief program in any government funding package. This is extremely important for families who are at risk of being unable to afford to heat their homes in the winter or cool them in the summer. So if you're struggling to pay your heating bills, you may be able to apply and receive relief. But lawmakers urge that you take action as soon as possible before funding runs out. The New Hampshire Fuel Assistance Program just recently opened and has already received 25,000 applications. In the state of Vermont, residents who received fuel assistance through the program last season should reapply. Also, residents in Virginia, Colorado, and Pennsylvania can begin to apply for state fuel assistance to help with heating costs. So, dear friends, please make sure to check if your state is providing relief. Despite the Federal Reserve's decision to hold off on raising its benchmark rate last week, Americans grappling with credit card debt may not find immediate relief. In fact, their situation could worsen temporarily in the coming year. According to Matt Schultz, the chief credit analyst at LendingTree, uncertainties in the economy, coupled with rising delinquencies and debts, may lead banks to either maintain high interest rates or slightly increase them. This is even though inflation is expected to subside. In its recent meeting, the Federal Reserve maintained the federal funds rate at a 22-year high, signaling a pause in rate hikes. However, Fed officials anticipate cutting the benchmark rate by 0.75 of a point next year. While such rate cuts would eventually lower credit card interest rates, which typically align with the central bank's rates, individuals with existing debt may still face challenges in the near term. Credit card balances surpassed $1 trillion this year, reaching a historic high. Interest rates on credit cards also soared to nearly 40-year highs, with the average APR currently standing at 20.72%. APR stands for annual percentage rate, and it's the interest charge for borrowing that represents the actual yearly cost of the loan, expressed as a percentage. Despite the Fed's recent pause, credit card APRs on new offers have continued to rise for the 22nd consecutive month. The rise in credit card interest rates over the past 2 years has significantly impacted individuals with credit card debt. Delinquency rates on credit cards have also increased. Banks are likely to maintain strict lending standards. In light of these challenges, Schultz suggests that individuals with credit card debt consider negotiating with their credit card issuers for lower interest. As of April, 76% of cardholders who requested lower interest rates were successful, with an average reduction of 6 percentage points in APR. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.